Veganism. One of the lesser controversial isms that at times in my life I've considered myself incapable of. But if there's one way to get me living la vida vegan, it would be snacks. And today I have ordered vegan versions of famous British snacks. And I will be ranking them based on how well they hold up to their meaty counterparts. I'll counter meaty part. 1. I'm feeling rather chic today, fellas. Well, it's just not relevant. But first, a word from today's sponsor. But before we go any further, this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. You will have heard of them before. They are a meal prep service. And what that means is, as life is getting busier during the holiday season, HelloFresh offers you quick and simple recipes that save time in the kitchen without sacrificing flavor. And that is why I am here today in the kitchen making a HelloFresh meal. The meals match the seasons, so if you want, you can choose some autumnal vibes. But for me, I love my chicken, so I'm gonna make some easy peasy gochujang chicken. And to show you how easy it is, I, a man that cannot cook, I'm gonna cook it right now. And there you go, I am done. I don't think that took me long at all. Here it is, my chicken. Ah, lovely. And that took me 15 minutes, as it said it would. So if you're interested in high quality meals like this from just £3.15 per serving, you can get 60% off of your first box and 25% off for 2 months and free dessert for life using my code JM6025. Or just use the QR code that is on screen right now. That's 60% off of your first box, 25% off for 2 months and free dessert for life when you use code JM6025. And thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. I want to start it with something household. Look at it. Read it and weep. This, my friends, is a vegan Kit Kat. It's very clear on the vegan thing. The vegan logo is actually bigger than the Kit Kat logo. And I'm of the general belief that vegan chocolate is okay. I'm gonna come off like a massive Tory here. The chocolate I consume on a daily basis is this dark chocolate, Who's Dark Chocolate, and it's vegan. You don't need to put milk in chocolate, so let's see if Kit Kat applies to that same rule. Less creamy than a usual Kit Kat, but the flavor's all there. The crunch is all there. Oh, can you do the thing? If anything, doing the thing's easier. This is my favorite time of week. I'm gonna do a little dance. Very good start to the video. Very impressed. Now I say it, the aftertaste is coming through. Not huge on that. It doesn't have that same feeling of I've just eaten normal chocolate. You can definitely taste a vegan milk residue, which I'm not huge on. B. Let's try something refrigerated next. We're trying a Muller Corner. This is going to be super jarring for those in my audience who are not British. You probably don't know what a Muller Corner is. Wait, are these German? They might be German. Muller Corners, the whole point of these is that it's a yogurt. I'm not big on yogurt, really. So I might have to invite a friend to come over and finish my creamy yogurt. You got to give it a whirl. Maybe I like this more than I give myself credit. Okay, I think the fact that it's made with coconut really helps it because it's a Muller Corner. We don't expect the chocolate to be something that is Lindor level or anything like that. The coconut adds this kind of natural sweetness to it. God, I'm a professional now. This is my job. Makes for an interesting conversation with the family. What do? I'm a musician, nothing else. But when I look up your name, it says that that's evil James Marriott. He wears turtlenecks. I'm gonna give that an A. No! I'm gonna give that an S. I prefer that. If I give things an S, it's because I prefer it to the original. I prefer that to the original. I'm gonna have this after the video. Now, this next one is a bit of a cheat. So, Mr. Kipling do a bunch of cakes. And so I've gone for vegan versions of Mr. Kipling's famous little cakes. These ones specifically are from Lazy Day. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Mr. Kipling. Maybe I was as a child, but these days I eat adult foods. Like I'm a proper dark chocolate mum. I'm like,
just a square of dark chocolate for me. That'll do fine.
Oh. Ooh, that's cracking. The only thing I would like a bit more, no, because it's kind of like a dark chocolate vibe. Guys, that's crazy. The fact that that's vegan, I recommend these. Lazy Day, shout out. Gluten-free, egg-free, milk-free, vegan, produced in a nut-free site. Not anymore, being consumed in a nut zone. The nut zone is being consumed in the nut factory, mate. Actually, that makes it sound like there's just loads of balls everywhere. There's just 2. S. That's some thunder. S. This is going into the dark chocolate area of my fridge. Very impressive stuff. Cathedral City cheese is not a snack. Millie, is my researcher. So Millie comes up with all of these different snacks for a lot of these videos. Everyone say thank you, Millie. Comment section, thank you, Millie. Maybe even a super chat. Pay me money saying thank you, Millie. And Millie added grated Cathedral City cheese. I don't snack on cheese. Do you snack on cheese like this? So I'm just gonna use this for a meal sometime, I guess. Like, I don't think this is something that is worth reviewing. Our next one is the Magnum. Honestly, the whole veganism thing has happened very slowly in the UK. There were a few vegan options like 10 years ago, and they've slowly become more and more. The Greggs sausage roll was a big part of that because the vegan sausage roll, in my opinion, is better than the regular one because it doesn't make you feel as shit. Now, I'm not doing that one today because I'd quite like to do a Greggs video in the future, so let me know if that would interest you. But I will be taking a bite out of a vegan Magnum. These are cracking. It gives me exactly what I was expecting. If anything, it feels thicker than Magnums I've had that are regular in the past, but that might just be my memory. And I know there's gonna be people in the comments going, oh, James, why don't you compare them to the meaty ones? Because I'm not about to sit here and eat 30 more things. But yeah, this is wonderful. I'm packing this back up and putting it in my freezer. Controversial take incoming though. I don't think I can stand here in front of you and say that that is better than the original Magnum. I know, we all want to see Magnums thriving, but I need to be real. You guys have stuck with me because of my fucking realness. Please cut that, please. I have a feeling Matthew's gonna leave that in fully cut where I just start rubbing my tits. I'm gonna give it an A. Galaxy. I was never a big Galaxy fan. This is bad. It tastes, oh, that's bad. It tastes like a hazelnut candle. It's like if you took a hazelnut chocolate candle and bit into it. I did not enjoy that at all. And I'm not a huge fan of Galaxy anyway, but I've got to put this in F. Vegan chocolate is not that hard to do. Boo, everyone boo. And let's see if their salted caramel version's any better. Oh, it just broke in my hand. No. Oh God, that's really fucking bad. F. I think it's only salted caramel because they couldn't work out how to make it sweet. Very disappointing from Galaxy. I think growing up, there were a lot of people that thought Galaxy was the GOAT of chocolate. They were wrong. There is currently no vegan Kinder Bueno. Why? People who liked Kinder Buenos as a kid are now vegan. Is that right? I feel like that's a correct assessment. I don't know, I owned a company. Yeah, I love raw. Sure do. Ask your mum. They have a version of the Kinder Bueno, even packaged exactly the same. I think the Kinder Bueno is very hard to replicate. This reminds me more of the Happy Hippos. The flavor of this is a little less strong than the Bueno. But all in all, that's really good. It strikes me as expensive because I feel like a company called Love Raw, surely that's gonna cost at least £1. £1.65, that's not worth it. That's not worth it for that. You don't really have an option, do you? You can't go, oh no, I don't want that one. I want the Kinder version. There is no Kinder version, as far as I'm aware. Bueno goes in A. It would be an S if it wasn't so expensive. Let's take a break for a minute. I've got music coming out soon, but I'm a little shy. And I think if everyone added Are We There Yet to a playlist and listened to my last album, I might be more likely to post my new one. So yeah, that's what I want you to do. Go listen to my last album, Are We There Yet? Please. Thank you. Let's get some ice cream out, boys. Vanilla ice cream. It's called Swedish Glaze. Well, if it was called Swedish Glaze, that's what I did in my recent video with Will. Go and watch that one if you haven't seen it yet. Little spoon. Wouldn't say no. Yep. There is a slight sourness going on. Very slight. And I don't mind that. As a man with a very advanced palate from all of the coffee and dark chocolate and not much else that I snack on, I don't think it's doing crazy amounts for me. I put it in B. Next up, we have a vanilla cupcake. Again, I couldn't think of a brand which is specifically vanilla cupcakes. Let me know in the comments if there's any specific one you go to. Usually when I have vanilla cupcakes, they're made by people because I have a strong support system of people who love me. Yeah, it's fun. They are cruelty-free, supposedly. But not when I got my hands on them, because I'm mean. I'm a meanie. Yeah, they're some of the cupcakes I've had in my life. B. I wouldn't put them anywhere above a usual one, but I'm not disappointed right now. Next up, we have the chocolate macaroon. Oh, these are some proper granny biscuits. Even the vegan little spoon looks like a grandma. Look at that. Boo. Macaroons are like coconutty goodness, right? Oh, these are soft. I don't know if these should be soft. Macaroons are usually hard, aren't they? Well, I don't think these were made for me, but like, I can't really taste the chocolate, and I got a pain in my head just then. I can't really taste the chocolate. The coconut It's really coming through and it's giving me a headache. Like it's actually actively giving me a headache. That's going in C. I can't put it in F because I feel like it's unfair when I don't think I would like the regular version of this. Next up, we have the Cornetto. Packaged the exact same way, but it has a green disc on the top. Looks about the same, still has that same inconsistency. That's really good. And try out the most important part of the Cornetto, which is this bottom part. If I'm being honest with myself, I don't think it's better than a normal Cornetto. But if you gave someone that and they had it, I don't think they'd go, was that vegan? So for that reason, A. Next up, we have Chocomel. Now, ironically, I've never had this before. No, I have. Didn't I have it in the Australian video that I did on my second channel once? I fucking hate chocolate milk. And I know I'm about to have some again and I'm gonna say, oh, I don't really like it that much. But I'll try and be honest with it. Why a carton that you open and it just spills over you? Now I've got cleaning to do after my video. Oh, it's very thick. Just like its papa. God, I'm a connoisseur. It's like I'm drinking a Baileys. I wish. It's quite nice. Oh no, I really like that. I thought I would hate this. That's so confusing to me because I think I've had this before and I've not enjoyed it. So what's changed in my brain chemistry? Why do I like chocolate milk now? Have I regressed to my childhood? Am I just a boy? I think I'm gonna do it. That's an S. Very surprised, pleasantly surprised, boys. Next up, we have another ice cream, which is the Ben & Jerry's cookie dough. It's not only our last ice cream of the day, but it is a oat recipe cookie dough ice cream. Their best flavor, in my opinion, other than maybe fish food, because I really like how thick the fish are. All right, let's have a look here, shall we? Okay, already we got some of the bits on the top. That's the stuff I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna get a bit of cookie. I'm gonna get a bit of chocolate. I'm gonna get a bit of ice cream. Yeah, they care, man. I think this is genuinely a brand that gives a shit about their recipes, because this is an S. They have taken their time to make stuff that's non-dairy, I'm assuming. I feel like this is quite new. I've not really heard about this much. And for me, it's apparent why they waited. They wanted to do it right, and they have. Ben & Jerry's, more like, Ben and share me, please. Not me, the ice cream. Oh, okay, now, Lindt chocolate is important to me. As I said, I'm a big dark chocolate guy. Before I moved on to that supposedly a little bit healthier dark chocolate, I was a big slut. Please make sure that you keep in the bit where I say for Lindt. So this is their vegan smooth. Assuming they're trying to make it... Oh no, God, that's bad. It's really not good. And you'd think for a brand that is so shiny. I mean, look at the top. It's got levels to it. It's nice. It's got nice edges, but I'm not impressed. But frankly, it's better than Galaxy, so I'm putting it in C. Victoria Sponge. Another one here from Oggs. I love a Vicky Sponge. If you're not from the UK, when you come here, go to a nice tea shop, get a Vicky Sponge. Also, a fantastic porn star name for any up-and-coming British porn stars. Vicky Sponge is class. It's more like a donut. That is more like a Victoria Sponge donut, and I do not hate that. If anything, it's slightly worrying to me how much I like that. But again, I love the Victoria Sponge cake in general, so I can't put this in S because I don't think it matches the entire big cake. But I'm gonna put it in A, which is far more than I thought I would give it. And while I have you here, folks, are there any videos you would like to see from me? I'm doing German snacks soon, Scottish snacks. We're gonna do the Greg's video, but after that, not got too much planned. So if there's anything you'd like me to do that's review-based, I like reviewing stuff as content. Feels very natural, gives me something to bounce off of, and means I don't have to talk about things that I don't give a shit about. And thank you. I didn't think I'd come back to my main channel ever, and so the fact that we've come back and there's still people here willing to watch me do random shit is fantastic. So thank you. Mwah. Next up, we have raspberry jelly. I don't like jelly. What the fuck has happened here? Right, I'm gonna be honest with you lot. That doesn't feel... Oh no. No. It's got a jelly texture. We're gonna try it. I thought maybe it had gone off, but apparently not. Oh. If only I liked the texture of jelly. I'm gonna give that an S. I know it's weird that I'm kind of cringing. I know I'm gonna get comments for this, but I just don't like the texture. I struggle with a lot of textures in foods. The flavor, fantastic. If you like jelly, then get that. It's called Wibble jelly. You really couldn't come up with a better name than Wibble, because Wibble Wobble, I guess. Really pleasantly surprised. I wanted to get something that was equivalent to an After Eight, so we got Nomo, which I believe is FOMO, but not. So it's no missing out. It's for people who are vegan, and it means that they can have all of their favorite snacks, such as an After Eight. It does not look anything like an After Eight, but it has that kind of white liquid seeping out of it. And in fairness, not as strong, but does taste like an after eight. I give it a B. It's not replacing it for me. The chocolate has a slight aftertaste, which I disagree with, but all in all, not too shabby. Now, this next one pisses me off. I ordered vegan Maryland cookies, and as far as I'm aware, these are just regular ones. So thank you, whichever one of the supermarkets I bought this from. This is an adequate replacement. Everything else I've ordered is vegan, so sure, yeah, give me the regular Maryland cookies. I mean, I will eat them. I'm gonna eat them all, but that's not the point. So let me know in the comment section down below. There's gonna be people looking for Maryland cookies. Are the vegan versions good? Let us know. And maybe if I catch them out and about, I'll add in a clip of me eating them. Now, I didn't find any, apparently. That's why you're seeing me say this. Next up, we have Cadbury's plant. Now, this is an interesting one for me because when I mentioned that I was doing this video to a few people and I mentioned I'm going to have Cadbury's, a lot of people didn't know that this existed. Oh my God, they've actually done it right. Have they? That is leagues better than Galaxy, slightly better than Lindt, but it's not great. The taste you get at the beginning, fantastic. That's Cadbury to me. And then it becomes more like the flavor of oat milk after it's been brewing in chocolate cereal. No, it doesn't feel like chocolate. It feels like oats. Oh no, almond paste. A lot of them do almond paste. I think that might be my issue. It's going straight down the middle for me, B. Next up, we have caramel nougat, which I'm assuming this is like a Mars bar kind of thing. It's by a brand called Buttermilk, which is ironic because there's no milk, nor is there butter. So that's quite confusing if I was a vegan, you know? Very stodgy. It tastes a bit like an actual sweetie. Not a huge fan of the caramel. It's more like a caramel nougat thing you'd get in like a box of Sensations, is that what they're called? Tastes like a Quality Street. That's what this tastes like, which is not a Mars bar at all, really. And for that reason, I'm gonna put it in C. But in fairness, it doesn't advertise itself as a Mars bar. Next up, we have Colin the Caterpillar, and it's called Vic the Vegan. What, so if I have a friend that is a vegan, he's no longer a human being. This is still a caterpillar. The Gavin the Caterpillar. Also, I don't know if you can get the big ones, but I'll try the small one. Honestly, the quality of Colin the Caterpillar cakes is not that high anyway. The chocolate is darker, fan of that. The texture is fine. There's a little like chocolatey pasteness going on. There's some cake in there, but it is very rich. Like one bite for me, I was like, whoa, sugar. Because I think I'm gonna forget about it, I'm gonna put it in B. But I was largely impressed. Like if you rocked up at a kid's birthday party, first of all, what are you doing, you weirdo? But if you gave them that, I think they'd be happy. I don't think they'd be begging for one with cow milk in it. Custard creams. This one comes in from Shah. The branding feels Scandinavian, but the custard cream is so British. There's gonna be some dickhead in the comments that's like, actually, the custard cream originated in the Czech Republic. That is a custard cream. It's a little crumbly. That doesn't even come close, I don't think. It's a bit too cardboardy. You can tell it's wheat-free. If I'm already vegan and I don't eat wheat, Jesus Christ, where's the fun? C. And on that note, the Bourbon cream. Now this is Sainsbury's Free From range, which is not the same brand as before, so I'm hoping this is better. Again, a little crumbly. Are these also free from gluten? I think it is. I much prefer that to what I just had. That's good. Like I could get through about 50 of those. That's probably not a good thing, but I'm not gonna put it in S. It's an A. Ooh, as I was putting them away, actually, the aftertaste is not nice. It's being demoted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sainsbury's Free From Bourbon. If only you were a bourbon whiskey. It's gonna be. Next up, we have gummy bears. Oh no, you can just tell with these brands, it's gonna be like, oh, we put so much fruit. We put so much fruit in our sweets. I don't want fruit. If I'm buying gummy bears, I don't want fruit. Yeah. Yeah. When you have something like this and it's just like very obviously that healthy sweet that people gave you as a kid, that makes me angry a little bit. Like that you need to walk the line between healthy sweet and sweet that I actually want to eat. And maybe they'll do it with their next offering, which is the gummy worm. So hopefully they're a bit better. They are. You can kind of get away with the texture a bit more. Those are good, but I reckon they're expensive as hell. $1.75, actually, for the amount that you get, it's like a bag of Tangfastics. That's not that bad, especially considering that the Bueno was the same price. This goes in A, the other one goes in C. Marshmallows. Now, I had someone over at my house recently and they saw these dandies and they said they were good. Roasting marshmallows on an open fire. Yeah. I'm happy with that. It has that marshmallowy-ness. I'm sure this would melt. And I like the flavor. Congratulations, dandies. I can see why my friend was a fan of this. Product of the USA. Oh, you had to ruin it. I guess you could say it's a product of the USA, because it's going in A tier, and that's That's why I did that joke. Next up, we have a crunchy. It's not really. It's called a vegan Mighty Fine, but it's clearly ripping off the crunchy. Hello, you can see my eyes in the background. Brother, did you hear that? Oh, no. No. No, no, no. F. Guys, it's so salty. I'm sure you have to put a bit of salt in a crunchy for it to be good, but that was not enjoyable at all. Here are some native prawn crackers. Obviously, there's no brand for prawn crackers, which jumps out to me immediately. They're great. Dare I say it? S. That's really good. Native, congratulations. But if these are more than £2, that is a ripoff. Okay, they're exactly £2. It is still an S, but I hope that they bring down their price over time because that is a bit much. As does Free From chocolate buttons. I'm not a huge fan of any of these Free From things, so I'm not expecting to enjoy this at all. Me, that does absolutely nothing. When I say that maybe 10 years ago there was a remnant of chocolate in that flavor, it is long gone. See, I don't think that replaces the regular chocolate button, which, by the way, they're unbelievable. And finally, the Terry's chocolate orange, but not a chocolate orange, and it's not even in a f***ing orange. What is the point if you can't make orange slices fit into the orange? I'm not impressed. This is lazy. Smells great though. It has the orange flavor down. The chocolate is letting it down, but I do really like that. I would eat all of that. Oh no, the aftertaste. A lot of the vegan chocolate has an issue with aftertaste, and I think this could have done with a little less orange oil. But there you go. That answers my question. Does it vegan? Here is the comprehensive tier list again. But thank you for watching. I've been James Marriott. You've been veganed. And now, vegan.